Sup, my dudes and dudettes, it's .jpeg, and today we're playing more Pokemon Sword. I believe this is like my second day of recording Pokemon Sword, except this is like the third week of episodes. And I feel like that's a good rate to be producing content at. So, yeah. Anyway. So now Hop is saying, one last thing for race. Alright, yeah, because they, I'm pretty sure they tried to do this in the Hoenn remakes. But it didn't work as good as it did in the Kanto remakes. Or like, the second Kanto remakes, anyway. If you're a bit rubbish at whistling, just remember this need fail-proof trick, press the left stick. Why? I mean, it kind of adds a layer of immersion that you have friends that are telling you puns. Like, it's kind of funny that Hop tells you really unfunny puns to remember stuff by. Like, it makes it feel more real, in my opinion. Also, I don't think I've caught a Squirtle yet, so I should probably do that. Alright, first battle of episode 3. Yeet. Oh wow, that sucked. Although, actually, no, it's paralyzed, so it's actually a lot better than I thought. I'm not sure if the advanced catching mechanics are in this game, but I don't know why they wouldn't be. It's like if the Pokemon is paralyzed or sleeping, yeah. Yes, this'll be fun. Alright. Meet.csv. We're sending this to a box immediately. Alright, yeah, the YCOM. But I'm not going to set up NSO on this, so. It's fine though, because. Wait a minute, is that shell a little bit differently colored? Or have I just not looked at it? I don't know. It might be shining. I don't think so, though. Yeah, because it would have sparkled, so. I don't know, let's just do more battling, just because. Because, I mean, I do have a Cosmog, so. So I'm not sure where... Actually, no, I am sure, right? Right, yeah, it's Wedgehurst Station. Wait, hold on, I don't know if I caught a Galarian Zigzagoon. Yeah, I haven't. I'm like already thinking of what to nickname it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that this one... I'm pretty sure that the Galarian form Pokemon are the first... Like, I'm pretty sure Galar was the first region to actually have, like, regional variants of Pokemon evolve into different Pokemon than they normally would. I don't know. Either way, I do want a bigger variety in Pokeballs, but it's fine. I might pause the recording though and just like skip ahead. Yes, this is a Galarian form Zigzagoon. And yes, I want to give it a nickname. Alright, there we go. .obs. That's probably a file extension. It might not be, but I don't care. This is interesting because it's already not really considered that good of a game because the National Dex isn't in it. But the reason they didn't put the National Dex in it is because they couldn't transfer the models properly. And I mean, that makes sense when you think about it enough. Because, like, they remade the sprites for every generation. But for the models, they could just use the same models from Gen 6 for Gen 7. But they had to transfer all the models into something readable by, you know, like the Nintendo Switch. But sadly, they didn't do it right. And even in the DLC, they didn't add the National Dex. The gym challenge begins in Motostoke. Alright, yeah. Anyway, totally meaningful plot device right here. Not quite so fast, you two. What are you doing here, Mom? Blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, camping gear. This is totally super important. Actually, no. I'm pretty sure that's the easiest way of level grinding. Something like that, anyway. I love how arrogant Hop is. Like, he's kinda low-key about it. But because I'm starting to be next. You'll see. Actually, I'm pretty sure that Hop has the greatest shot at it or something. But yeah. Wish us luck, not that we'll need it. Okay. You can't say that in Pokemon. Motostoke is surrounded by a vast, wild area. It's a real sight. There's all sorts of wild Pokemon just wandering about. Everywhere you look, plus you can camp out, do a spot of fishing. I don't think I could ever get tired of it. Wow, I could, because I'm not an outdoorsy person. I love how that's, like, the best quality cutscene in the entire game. Like, that's where all the money went. Okay, so many things wrong with that. This wild area, does that mean that there's other wild areas? Because Galar is the only region to have a wild area. Now, I'm pretty sure that Paldea is canon, just they don't ever mention any of the past regions. So... hold on, so the wild area is massive, loads of Pokemon to battle here. But I'm sure that they were planning for Paldea and Hisui to have something like a wild area. But it just, like, didn't work or something. I don't know. It would have been nice if the Sinnoh remakes were done a bit better. Either way, we're stuck in the... Whoa. Why is it giving me max stems right now? But yeah. By the way, I will only know... So, some of you may remember from last week's episode that I asked for people to comment below whether or not I should put in G-Max Melmetal. Yeah, so that doesn't really affect anything right now because I'm recording this before the fact and... Wait! Oh, that's low-key kind of cool. They have Hammerlock in the background. Okay, that's kind of sick. That's, like, the one thing that they actually put work into. Except they didn't put work into the rest of the wild area. Being an adult has its own challenges. Oh, wow, that has so many implications. He's gonna battle the snot out of a bunch of wild... out of a bunch of wild Dynamax Pokemon. Except, if any of you haven't played this game before, and are thinking about getting it, and want to see me... I don't know. I want to show you something cool, rather than... I don't know. Either way, I should probably... Wait a minute, hold on. I can't remember what story checkpoint you have to be at to unlock the Isle of Armor. I don't think it would be here, though, because... Either way, balls! I can get 161, that's insane. To have one Premier Ball in the house, whoop whoop. So just as a bit of an experiment, does it give me 2 Premier Balls? Okay, cool. That means I can do this. 12 Premier Balls on the house. Now, one rule that I sort of play by with this is for max raids, I'm only allowed to catch the Pokemon with Premier Balls. Why? Because I said so. Anyway. I'm not sure if Pokemon can disobey in max raids. You found a note. Oh, I'm so used to just doing that. That's an Ninjask. Use Tackle. Yeah. Anyway, so Ninjask is gonna use Scratch. Crit. Okay. You know what? Maybe I'm not ready for the wild area just yet. Run. Oh, I can't get away. Alright, yeah, because of the... okay. Well then. Just straight up beat up. That's an amazing move name. Anyway, because I have 170 Pokeballs. Okay, yeah, there's no way I'm getting through this. Why does it even present me with that? Because I'm pretty sure that... Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I think this has a certain ability that only helps me with wild battles. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Oh. You may notice now that that's just not there anymore. Hold up. Okay, I'm almost there now. Oh, okay. C dot. Nah, I don't feel like it. You got away safely. Alright. I'm gonna do something real quick. Yeah, Pokemon dens. Energy pouring from out of the... Yeah, I was checking to see if I could get a really, really good Pokemon from that. Yeah, okay. Another note. And this is the Watts tutorial. Because, of course, everything has to be about energy here. It's interesting, because... Because in Gen 8.5, the game is sort of about religion. And, like, religious groups battling against each other, and oh. Wait, they have the hairstylist here. Okay. I'll be right back. Sonia, shut it. Real ace of you to make it through the wild area. What do you mean? Oh, the boxes. Oh, the rot. Is this like the box tutorial? The Rotom Eye? Oh, the league card system. I would mess around with that. But it's not like I'm trading league cards anytime soon. Blah, blah, blah. Opening ceremony. Because... You know. It was moving... Blah, blah, blah. Stadium pitch. Something, something. Plot. Anyway. So now, I can use the card maker... Or... the Pokejobs. Multi-purpose fabric development. Okay, interesting. I can choose up to 3 Pokemon, and they should all be normal type. Anyway, so I'm not going to have access to these Pokemon for a while. Oh, by the way, I sent you a G-Max shiny female Eevee, so, yeah. See you later. That's canonically how it's said. Anyway. Okay. Yup. So, that's the Isle of Armor. It's interesting, though, because in this game, there's not really a focus on, like, the evil team or, like, some kind of legendary quest. The game's storyline, or, like, the game's plot, mostly just focuses on doing the gym challenge and becoming champion. Either way, there's apparently... Know what? I'm not gonna spoil it. Although I do have to... I mean, I don't technically have to, but I do want to... We have... this right here. I'ma be right back. I have to make some money. So you know what? Who needs potions? Who needs, like, the best healing item at this point in the game? It's fine. And paralyze heals, I can cause paralysis, so why would I need the cure for it? Anyway. Pokeballs, no. Cherry Berry, nah, I'm good. Oranberry, also nah, I'm good. We have TM Swift, but I'm pretty sure I can't sell that, so... Yeah, I have the Crown and Armor Pass. Okay, cool. That's good. How do I have both the Wishing Star and the Dynamax Band? Anyway, so I'm pretty sure I still don't have the money for it. Yeah, I still don't have enough money for a certain cosmetic item that some of you may or may not know me for wearing in real life. Anyway, loading zone. Alright, I'm back at the meetup spot. Let's go. So now we're going to Wedgehurst Station. The train to the Isle of Armor has arrived. Those with the Armor Pass, please board the train. Okay. You encountered a wild Slowpoke. Okay, now it's paralyzed. How many Premier Balls do I have? Oh, that's my fun. thought GIF found a Pokeball. Okay. And now my Pokemon fell asleep. That's not the greatest thing to happen, you know? So, I'm just gonna swap in. Why does Sobble have Bind? But yeah, I sort of live by the same rule as Pokemon Go, and I have all of my Premier Balls reserved for Dynamax Pokemon and Max Raids. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Water Pulse is better than Water Gun in every way. Um... And that, my friends, is the Isle of Armor. Oh wait, no. Do I have to, like, check my boarding pass or something? Okay, so I guess I can go back to Wedgehurst. Okay, so now I can go to the Isle of Armor or the Crown Tundra. So, one thing to know about Pokemon is that the second DLC is not ever planned to let you actually go through it as soon as you get access to it, because all of the Pokemon are at level 70 at lowest. Or at least, yeah. Anyway, so now we get the Pokédex upgrade. I forgot that you can sit on that. Someone's gonna quote me on that, I'm sure of it. Blah blah blah, someone's standing outside the station. Why? You're very punctual for a kid. Anyway, so now we have Clara. I'm not sure what the lore implication with that is. Like, how and why would I have the armor pass if I didn't know about the Master Dojo? Actually, hold on. Wait, where do you even get the armor and crown passes? Go easy on me, okay? What? Okay. How is that Pokemon not just popping out from the amount of pressure on the button? I don't know. Remember, it's just a taste. Or a test. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, frick. My Pokemon is still asleep. Yay. Well, Cosmog is not going to help me out in the slightest here. Look, the first damage you took on the Isle of Armor. Interesting. I feel like they really should have put the National Dex in this DLC, though. Like, they're doing a whole major update. And then they just refuse to actually add, like, the most requested thing. And I mean, the Isle of Armor is kind of good. It's still a pretty good DLC. Why, though? Wait, hold on. A Galarian Stover. How am I the one getting packed into a corner? This should not be a thing. It's just because I have more Pokemon. Like, sure, some of your Pokemon might be a little bit higher level than mine. Oh, it's just Galarian Slowpoke, okay. But yeah, sure, maybe some of these Pokemon are higher level. But my Pokemon are... Like, there's just more of my Pokemon. Anyway, so now... Okay. Alright, yeah, bite. I know... I know that this Pokemon is currently sleeping. Yawn. Okay, still sleeping. It's fine though. I got this. I don't think I got this actually, but it's probably fine. How do you not know how many Pokemon you have? Why do I feel like she would be a VTuber? Anyway, so I'm just gonna hop over to the Wild Area Station. All of this train station stuff becomes irrelevant super quickly once you get access to the flying taxi service. Except you can only flying taxi to areas you've already been before. Either way, just so I can keep people watching this, I'm gonna pause the recording after I finish this. Large Pokemon in the wild area are strong. Run like the wind. Alright, I'll let you know when I get to Motostoke. Alright, and now we're at Motostoke. Yay! Actually, wait, do I have the money for it now? No. Although, actually, I need to stop by the Pokemon Center. I do feel like pretty soon they might add just, like, a healer thing that's, like, portable, but you can only use it outside of battle. Because, like, the games keep getting easier. TMs don't break. Well, actually, now they do again. But, like, there's the Pokemon Box Link. There's, like, flying taxis instead of the actual HM. It was pretty cool how they did it in, like, Gens 6 and 7. Don't make the obvious joke in the comments. Actually, nah. Maybe that'll be dead by the time this video is uploaded. I don't know. Ooh, Mystic Water. Wow, sounds so interesting. Definitely gonna use it. Whoa! I forgot how fast that was. Anyway, so now we have the other two rivals on screen right now. So yeah, we have all four of them. What? Huh? No. No. I wonder what's come over Leon this year. The two of you must be something special. I'm Hop. I'm Leon's little brother, in fact, and the next champion. Anyway. We get to pick our own preferred number. Yeah, I bet you thought I was gonna do something really stupid, huh? Yeah, I'm better than that. Wait, hold on, where did he say to go? Oh, Badoo, drop in. You must be Challenger JPEG. The Badoo drop-in is down this way. Follow me. Actually, I think that Legends Zaza will have released by the time this video is up. And I'll already start working on that series. Or maybe I won't, I don't know. Either way. Ooh, lore. Amazing. Statue of the hero who once saved the Galar region. Give me all the deets, because I want to get more viewing minutes on this or something. A single young hero bearing a sword and shield. How young? Is this just a kid? Is this just a child? You'll be alright, Sonia. Or will you be alright, Sonia? Anyway. I'm up for that, or sorry to bother you. I mean... yeah. I'm not entirely sure what the rules in this universe are. Oh, okay, so he just summoned that out of, like, the ether. Or the Aether. Oh my god, get it, guys? Like the Aether Foundation? Anyway. Anyway, so now we have... oh my god, is that a Dark-type Pokemon? I do love how Team Yell is just sort of there. Like, they're just being annoying. Like, they're not the actual evil team, necessarily. They're just being annoying. Or at least, like, they're not on par with something like Team Rocket. Like, Team Rocket wants money, and then the next evil teams are Team Aqua or Magma. Both of them have really world-ending ideas. Then next up is Team Galactic, which actually I can't even remember why Team Galactic is bad. Then we have Team Plasma, which is like hypocritical or something, and that's about it. Then Team Flare, either wanting to give everyone immortality, which, I mean, if everyone has it, then it's actually kind of... If everyone is immortal, then it's actually kind of alright, but then that just really overpopulates everything. Or wants to, kill everyone, which is interesting. I don't have to explain why that is bad. Then we have Team Skull, which is just sort of annoying. They're a bunch of failures, pretty much. Like, they failed the island challenge and are trying to prevent anyone else from succeeding in the island challenge. And since the lore implication is that they're most of the people who failed the island challenge, that ends up with them getting more Team Skull grunts. All the swanky, sophisticated air in here had me off my game. What the frick? That is an absolute S tier line. But yeah. Team Skull is meant to be, like, bait. Same goes for Team Yell and Team Star. Because, like, Team Yell is just being annoying. Like, they're causing a ruckus. They just want their girl to win. Like, that's about it. And then Team Star. Team Star is just some school bullies. Now, like, obviously, originally, they were the ones getting bullied. Until eventually, like, they took it just a bit too far. Wait, Snarl does damage? Hold on, I have to look back at the footage now. Nah, I'm not going to. We all know that I'm not going to look back at the footage. But yeah, like, the lore behind all of the modern evil teams is pretty frickin' funny. Like, Team Star, it's a little bit deep. But yeah, anyway. We're almost at an hour long now, so I might actually end up splitting this up into 2 separate parts. Probably not, though. Flint and steel, flint and steel, ender, ender, flint and steel, and steel, flint and steel, and steel, and steel, and steel, ha, the nether. My voice is unsure and I'm sad. I want to yell, but I'm unsure. I came to see the gym challenge opening ceremony, but this is awful. What are you lot doing here? Marnie? Nothing. We was just... They gotta show a bit of restraint. Yeah, Team Yell is slightly similar to Team Skull, where they're, like, trying to prevent people from going through the regional challenge, which in Galar is just gyms again. Pretty impressive that you have your own set of fans to call your own. Anyway, Badoo drop in. Yeah, I'm entering the gym challenge. Master JPEG. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've heard that. Wait. I just thought about something. People who are named after, like, towns and cities, or even, like, countries. What's their name, then? Anyway, so now we have the next morning. I know that the episode is already over an hour long. But, yeah. I just gotta hit the next story checkpoint, being the start of the gym challenge. Yep. Yeah, I'll get escorted to the stadium entrance. Sure, it's like next door, but it's all gonna be just fine. Trust. Anyway, so now I have uniform, what, 781, I think? So, you might notice that I use that number for a lot of things. So you might wonder what importance that has to me. None. I just like the number 7, and I just like the number 7, and I like the number 8, and 1 is just there to extend the number. Yeah. Whoa, oh my god, it's such... That's the equivalent of, like, just total uproar and applause when, like... I'm pretty sure he's the equivalent of, like, the president or something. And actually, short post-game spoilers, there is actually, like, a canon king or queen or something. And, like, there is a royal family, it's just that they don't really have any control anymore. So the implication with that is that there was a revolution at some point, which is interesting. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know someone who is, like, from the French royal family or something. Or what used to be the French royal family. But then French Revolution happened, so... Anyway, so now we have the gym leaders. The Fighting Farmer, Milo. The Raging Wave, Nessa. Ever-burning Mane of Fire, Cabo. Okay. Gowler Karate Prodigy, Bia. Master of Fantastic Theater, Opal, Hard Rock Crusher, Gordy, and last but definitely not least, Tamer of Dragons, Rayhan, the top gym leader, who is pretty much all Elite Four members. Like, all 4 of them at the same time. His battle is so gimmicky. This must have such a mildly cool feeling. Anyway, I am going to do something real quick. But I'm gonna do it off camera. Standing there on the pitch in the stadium in front of everyone, there's really no words for it, but I can barely contain myself. My heart's racing. Blah blah blah, two trainers, blah blah blah. Both have Dynamax bands. By the way, it was my wonderful company that... Oh god. That has some implications. That this is like an oligarchy or something. But, it's fine. I don't think that there's anything inherently bad about oligarchies. Okay, there probably is, but, like... Yeah, so that's the end of today's episode. I'm going to look different at this point. I'm going to look different in next episode, probably. But, yeah, so, see ya.